Hi everyone, this is Frank with SnapWild Photography. I've been asked several times about my editing process, which is really simple, like the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. So that's what we're going to do. I prefer to do things the way it is and leave it alone. You can spend weeks, days, hours spending time working on images. I don't like to. So we're going to work on this little female house finch for a few minutes. She was photographed on June 6th, 2026 in a rain from my backyard. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and crop the image where we want her to be, which by using a rule of thirds just somewhere around here. We want the rule of thirds wants our subject to be at or near one of these intersect points on this grid. And that's where we have her. So we're going to do that real quick. Next thing we're going to do is click on auto. And you can see that changed a few things, made some things darker, made some things lighter. All changes I'm happy with. I am going to bump the contrast up just a little bit. It just increases the range between white and black. Okay. Clicking auto, it kicked the highlights up, pulled shadows down, whites up, blacks down, dynamic contrast up, and the haze level down, which is all good. Okay. Going to subtract some clarity. This adds a little texture to it. Vibrance and saturation have to do with color. So I want it to be a little bit more vibrant and saturated than what the camera sensor saw. Okay, these sliders can go plus or minus 100. So these are very small micro adjustments. Sharpening, it looks like it's in focus and pretty sharp to me. We're going to leave it be. Noise reduction, there is some noise in the image, and we have some hot pixels in the image. That's these little green dots. Sometimes they'll show up as red, blue, purple, green, just depends. But this case, it's that way. So I'm gonna smooth the image out a little bit, get rid of some of the noise. These sliders here follow the same scale. There's a little bit, I don't need to do it a whole lot. Okay, fix hot pixels somewhere between 0.3 and 0.4 is usually more than plenty to get those out of the way. And it takes a few moments for it to process. Depending upon your computer, it can be a while. Some of your newer ones will be quick. All right, that's all done. And you can see we took out a bunch of the noise and the hot pixels are gone. All right. Tone curve. This can do a multitude of things. We can darken it by pulling out the middle. We can lighten it pulling out the middle. But I think she's fine the way she is, so we'll leave her there. LUT is some various color filters that can be applied to play with. You can even make your own. We're going to leave her be as she is. Okay, and vignette adds a little bit of darkness. Oh, it can lighten around the edges, or it can darken around the edges. So we're going to darken it around the edges a little bit to make her stand out from everything else just a little bit more. And that's it. We're done. As far as I'm concerned, it would be time to export it and she's ready to go. And that's just a simple process. I hope it's helped you out a little bit. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me via email or drop a comment down below. And I will try my best to answer the questions that you may have. Thanks for watching.